Welcome back. Now it's time for the People's Poll. We asked people to tell us how their lockdown went. Now, we had thousands of responses from social media, and we've got some of them here in the studio, kind of. Hello!
Hello!
And look at that. What a lovely bunch. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good. Thank you.
Great. Well, let's crack on. The first question was, what was your weirdest lockdown moment? First one, appearing in court by video while sitting in my bed in pyjama bottoms and a suit jacket. Well, I didn't know Harry Maguire was a fan of the show. Next, when I went for a walk for the first time after being ill and saw this. Wow, Country File got hot. How about you guys? Jess, I'm going to pick you first. What was your weirdest lockdown moment?
So we do family FaceTimes every Sunday, and one Sunday morning my grandma is sat there and she starts giggling away to herself. So we ask her what the problem is, and she starts telling this story about Saturday night, that somebody has posted a warm Saveloy through their front door.
Wow.
And they have no idea where it came from.
That is amazing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I love the idea that there's someone who's really hammered, who's just kind of walking along and go, that house needs a snack. Just pop that in there. Right, now to put this bra on this tree. Pretty weird, though, Jess. That's up there. Let's see who else. Matt, what was the weirdest thing that happened to you?
Well, I moved house over lockdown, and I decided to get these cassette tapes, the video cassette tapes, transferred to DVD.
Yeah.
I spent my entire life believing that they contained footage of my mum and dad's wedding.
Oh, that's lovely. What did they?
Yeah.
What was the wedding like?
Well, I don't know, because unfortunately, it's not the wedding.
What is it?
It's just my mum and dad's sex tapes.
Wow. Well, here we go, Matt. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Have you watched it?
Only as long enough to find out what it was.
Right. How long does it go on for? Not that you'd know. You're not going to sit there with a stopwatch. But how long is the video?
The video is 18 minutes long.
I mean, that's all right. Let's not muck around.
Well, no, I could do it 4 times in that length.
Yeah. Here's a question, Matt. Did you find yourself watching your dad going, oh, I do that?
No, I thought, well, that's not where I get my small one from.
Wow. Has anyone made a sex tape? Put your hand up if you... Marie, that was a definite. That was an excellent look, Marie. It was absolutely not. I'm looking at Laura and Laura's partner. You guys, have you ever shot a film? No.
Yeah, there's some angles you just don't ever want to see yourself from.
That's right, yeah. Sophie?
Quietly sip my wine.
Yeah, nice. So, oh, I get it. So you're more of a watcher, Sophie. I understand. Just sort of sat in the corner.
No comment.
What would be great if you're actually conducting one as we speak. Now.
You never know.
Right, Zach. First things first. What a fantastic castle you got in the background.
Yeah, that was my panic buy.
Oh, really?
In week naught of the lockdown. It is a 6,020-piece Lego Hogwarts castle.
Wow. I mean, you know, it both makes and ruins your kitchen because now you can't prepare any food.
Yeah, it was one of the first things I bought during lockdown. It was online, obviously, and when it got delivered, the person that was delivering it asked who it was for, and I panicked and I lied and said it was for my make-believe 7-year-old son called Adam.
Oh, wow, you gave him a name as well.
Yeah.
Please tell me you had lots of things delivered during lockdown, and every time they're like, where's Adam? You're like, oh, he's bloody out again, you know?
Well, actually, because I live in a flat, I had to explain, he lives with his mum, so now I'm divorced as well.
So, wow, so you've done the whole backstory. But presumably he's then like, yeah, it's tough, mate, I'm divorced as well. Do you want to meet up for a pint when this is over? Yeah, if you want. Now you've got a friend. It's pretty impressive. How long did it take you to put Hogwarts together?
I had to pace myself because I wanted to make it last as long as lockdown would.
Oh, Zach, that is so bleak. So you just gently took your time.
I made it last 6 weeks, but I couldn't stretch out any longer than that.
Fantastic. Let's move on to the next question. How did you cope with your family in lockdown? Sophie, how did you get on with your family?
Well, we sort of cracked quite early on, spending so much time together, and it ended up just being a full-blown to-do.
What was the argument about?
It was about which one of the Mitchell brothers, Phil or Grant, was more attractive. And that's when we realised we'd really cracked.
Who did you side with?
Oh, Grant, absolutely.
Yeah,
There was no doubt.
it feels fairly obvious that it's Grant, doesn't it? Like Phil.
Yeah, there's a case for Phil, so...
OK, well, let's throw it to the group. Hands up, everyone who would go for Grant. Yeah. And Marie, you're a Phil lady.
Yeah, what can I say? What's not to like about Phil? Apart from the beer belly, the sweat, the alcohol, you know.
Apart from that, he's a dream man. It's the noises, Marie. It's the... like, when he picks up a pen, he's like...
There's plenty of grunting on this exclusive video if anybody's interested.
What is the next question? Let's have a look. What was your worst homeschooling moment? This should be good. Let's have a look. When my son wrote "fuck you, mum" on his homework sheet. Wow, that's pretty bleak. Marie, did you have a homeschooling moment?
Yes, because my daughter turned into Inspector Clouseau and would just pop up everywhere. So as a result of several incidents over the course of the months, I had to teach her about periods.
Wow. Jeez. How old is she?
She's 7.
OK. Why did you have to teach her about periods?
Because she thought I was dying.
Right.
And she offered to stick the big plaster on me.
Wow. So how did you explain that? Because presumably, I mean,
just told her that it was something that all women go through, and she was absolutely set on the fact that she will not.
Yeah.
So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, as far as I'm concerned. And also, I've learnt to lock the bathroom door.
I mean, you sound like an amazing mum. That's so matter of fact.
I think so.
But this is... I love the idea. You go, this is what happens to all women. Get used to it. Do you know what I mean?
Used to it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen for a long, long time. I like your top, Russell.
Excellent. This is great. I think we've got the final question here. If you could have been locked down with anyone, who would you have gone for and why? OK. Jermaine went for Prince Andrew, so I can lock him in a hot room for a month and see if he'll sweat. Good. Claire went for Jesus, as he could turn water into wine. Yeah, but also think of the food. That'd be ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Bread and fish again. How about you guys? Who would be your dream person to lock down with?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Well, it has to be somebody that cooks. And during lockdown, I've managed to pester the life out of everything in the garden, and got no results from it. So somebody like Hugh Fernley Whittingsdale,
Yes.
I think he could find you a good meal from amongst the weeds and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that. I love the fact, Laura, that you're sending him out to forage. Like, yeah, it's the idea. Get out there. And Ian, has she ever sent you out to forage?
All the time. Yeah, we're dead good at it. We've made some bizarre things.
You look...
There's a lot of things out there that you can't eat. You just don't want to.
Right. But Ian looks like the kind of guy that could go into a woods and really, really deliver. Do you know what I mean? You look like you should be in the woods, Ian. You've got that look. You look powerful. You look like you could chop wood with your hand. You've got that look.
That's been his new hobby.
Yeah, done all that.
I tell you what, Laura. Do you know what I hear? I hear a home video. The woodcutter. That would be nice. Let's make it. We'll go halves on the profit. Nice. Well, I enjoyed that. It was lovely speaking to you. I think if this little chat has taught us anything, it's a very small cross-section of the country, but it would indicate the lockdown was fairly strange for all of us. But that was fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on the show, guys. Especially Matt. I mean, you really shared then. That is fantastic.
It took a lot to share that.
Yeah. But I'm glad you did. Thanks so much to the rest of you for coming on the show. It's been a lot of fun. Have a fantastic night. See you later. Bye. Bye. See ya.